especially for the likes of Twisted Minds. They would leave it open a lot. You have Deos playing as this player that kind of floats all the way around the map. Sometimes he picks up the AWP, sometimes he's rifling, but more often than not, starts on one side of the map and within 30 seconds is on the other, which leaves a glaring weakness in that middle of the map, potentially for JiJieHao to exploit.
Yeah, and I think another player that I don't think we want to see as a weakness is going to be Elian. He definitely had a really tough time on Inferno. Can be a tough map for AWPers, but we only really saw 2 big impact rounds from him. I'm looking on Anubis, and I'm looking at him to really step up alongside ISSAA and Mini, who have been fantastic so far, getting things underway. And JiJieHao get to start on the T side, which I don't think they'll be too unhappy about.
You know, this is dangerous, but also it's going to be an instant peak.
Ooh.
Oh, the layering.
There he is. Opening kill for Elian.
That's a great start. And look at that, Twisted Minds. They were thinking about pushing further. Instead, they retreat. And JiJieHao reset. Elian going to be run boosted now in towards middle. Doesn't quite work out, but they still get the space.
Yeah, NT. Wouldn't have mattered anyone. No one home. Smoke drops, but it's yeah, no one that's going to really do too much. That's the bomb spotted as it goes over. Katie's going to show off his dualies, but they're splitting into B. See, they were intending to go A, but now they're... Okay, they are going A. This is weird. They're trying to play with the rotations, but there's so many layers to this. Be careful it doesn't unravel. They are going to go into B. But it's a double dark setup, and they're fighting into it. Maddie gets one, but Davkos and ISSAA find their marks. And now they're going, now they're going to A. But KD with the dualies, he strikes.
This round is something else. And look, Deos, if he wins this fight, that's the bomb dropped. They do reluctantly make it over. He does give up that fight. But look, KD is here. Still dual Berettas, low HP, but can potentially deny. JiJieHao have gone around the world and back again. But finally they land on A.
KD, surely. Oh, the timing is perfect. He's got no health. And now it's on to ISSAA to clutch. Again, having to step up, and oh, he is sharp with it. JiJieHao, despite the multiple layers to their pistol round, which could have come apart at any moment, they are able to take it.
The absolute best counter to that play is not rotating, and that's exactly what Twisted Minds did. They were unsure, especially when the contact doesn't come in through camera.
No one was sure, Brandon.
No one
knew where this round was going.
Even the play in towards mid here, I thought KD had this round in the palm of his hand once he drops that bomb. Does literally everything for his team, but ISSAA is just able to capitalize. Coach breathes a massive sigh of relief, and I don't blame him. First blood drawn by JiJieHao.
That's the full eco coming through. Well, actually, there's always money for a deagle. There are a couple of those in play.
Another push and pull. Taking mid, now taking dark. JiJieHao lean A.
Ooh, that is where this rotation is going.
They can always bring it back. Take a look at Mini.
That's true. Fast through canals if they need to. And yeah, Mini is going to be calling. No one home. Vital is still going to entry through. Why not take both bomb sites?
Yeah, this is nice though, because it definitely anchors Twisted Minds. And he can just walk through the smoke and disappear like nothing happened. Creates the illusion of a take. But in reality, there was only one player there.
That was fun. I like that a lot.
And now we can hold for the rotate. They will come through this camera smoke, and he's ready with the Mac 10.
Farm up some cash. It's the one with the SMG. Yeah, don't need to give away the rifles, though. They did invest all rifles in. Doc has paid for his deagle. A couple of kills. More or less. And even another. They have made this so costly. Oh, and they're making it costlier still. Elian, the only one that survived.
That's expensive. That's almost a throwaway. That's JiJieHao getting incredibly cocky with the fact that, hey, look, we've literally taken both bomb sites. We're holding for your rotations. We know what's up. There's just some fantastic deagle shots coming in from Doc.
Oh, yeah.
Second one as well.
Lovely triple kill.
Now the buy is already reflected in that. Twisted Minds have got a better one when it comes to the weaponry.
All got head armor as well. Knowing that they did so much damage, there's going to be Galils. Most certainly.
And I'll tell you what, if there's one thing about Twisted Minds is they love an A main push. There's something that is going to be frequent in their defense. If the opportunity is there, they will go for it. Vital dropping a nade. That could be well timed. But Matty instead just behind the little block in mid. Realize and KD both resetting. It's a team effort still for Twisted Minds, even on the defense.
3 players in towards middle is JiJieHao are going to show that they want to take a bit of control here. The double Molotov forward and a flashbang over. Try to swing behind the smoke and realize wins out the fight. That's a difficult one too.
I'm surprised they even go for that, especially with the second molly coming in by the double doors. That means that JiJieHao are going to have to commit in towards B. More smokes now being deployed. Davkos stuck behind it, and that's the bomb sighted.
Yeah, splitting through dark, but can't really split when after your split is unable to get through. Just gonna pause for a moment, hoping that maybe a player floats back. But 3 players in the site. This is going to be so hard to break into. Smoke being set up by Elian. Mind where he's going to throw that. Flashbang is perfect. Just a mid-site smoke. Okay, that is going to give them some space to work with. I like the intention. And that's a great Molotov. Perfect split, but the bomb is lost. Deos is doing it all. Oh, that was a fadeaway with the USP. What a lockdown from Deos.
I'll tell you what, the idea was completely right for JiJieHao. That smoke that Elian throws means that he's safe to put that molly down in towards the glyph position anyway. It means that they can scale out of dark. But Deos does everything. USP in hand as well, dropping that bomb. It's another example of JiJieHao leaving these rounds really late. And then just trying to take the control on a whim. Perfect setup there, all round through for Twisted Minds. Despite them being a little bit blindsided by this incendiary. The reason why they can have 3 players here in the first place is they take A main, they reset in towards middle, they find the kill on ISSAA. And from there they know it probably has to finish B. They've applied enough pressure elsewhere. And now we better go back to A for the aggression. That's been hurt by the Rugs player.
Yeah, Vital's coming this over. Interesting smoke. Because it's giving a little bit of space. Could potentially skirt through it if they wanted to, but JiJieHao just going to take the moment. Well, KDs will push through. A lot of control established. With the M4s, they can just push. You got to be careful. Mini was holding. It's the bomb as well. KD wanted to keep going, and that's given over an M4.
I really like that smoke though. The fact that it's right-clicked, you prevented from Rugs. We'll come back to it in a sec, because mid, they line up for Realize. He plugs the gap. ISSAA with this M4 that was gifted to him actually combines with Vital. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2 round, definitely not over. Pathway to A established. Realize first portal call by Camera.
It's gonna be so fast in the rotation though. Realize coming through Camera, and he stepped up for both. The tap onto ISSAA. 4 in the round for him, locking down mid and A.
Going back to that smoke though by A main, the purpose of it is to deny vision to that Rugs player. It also means you can kind of drop the grenade behind it, but also gives you space to work with. If you want to push through it, you can. If you want to fall a little bit backwards, you can kind of see over it towards the stairs. It served all the purposes in one round. And it gave Twisted Minds just the right amount of aggression just to stave off the pressure being applied. But for a round that was just pistols, a round that was just deagles, 2 casualties. Suffered early, and then a third one coming into the mix that nearly got that bomb plant. They're warning signs.
Let's put JiJieHao on the back foot. See what they can get done with the pistols, but Twisted Minds are aware they've got a nice spread out default. Plenty of layering on both sides. If there is any sort of pop play. Deos gets the opening kill. He's not feeling threatened at all. Would love to find another. HE, not going to do it though. Aliens run away. Now going to be resetting into mid, so Deos To be in the perfect position with his MP9. Some never mind. Oh, Alien. Fast with it.
Thing is, they've just got to go now. There's one flashbang to get them into a bomb site. That resmoke has come over, and to be honest, that gives them the perfect avenue in. With Vital lurking in towards mid, you could pop through the smoke potentially. Vital's about to give up his life, and that should be the accelerator here for the B-pop.
There's that single piece of utility, but Doc's position completely obscured. He gets another one. So I've done some damage here. Can't find the third kill though. Doc locks down the site, and Twisted Minds take the lead.
Yeah, well done from Twisted Minds as well. Just repositioning to points where they're always going to be catching at least one off guard. And then your rotation players are going to come in and then naturally establish a crossfire with you. You can see that was the idea in that one. So ISSAA gets the best of the Temple player. First full gun round, and now you start to look to JiJieHao, and it's okay. Let's see you kind of take some of that more basic map control. We saw Inferno relied a lot on nothing too fancy, nothing convoluted. It was very much a push and pull effect for that map control, war of attrition for the utility. JiJieHao so far have made these rounds complex with how often they've been rotating. Maybe with the guns, it's time to keep it simple.
A lot of space being taken. Maddie's moving all the way about. Started over towards A, now he's back towards B. Mid seems to be the point of contention early. Smokes to keeping each team at bay. Yeah, definitely with some intent to come back here. Three-player lean towards the B bomb site early from Twisted Minds.
Just the condition of the A play as well. For 3 rounds in a row, Twisted Minds have shown that they're more than happy to push A main, so they can leave it open for the time being. They're not expecting pressure. In fact, it's just one focal point. This mid portion of the map, which we did highlight at the start of the game, is not, more often than not, left completely vacant. Currently, no one is home, but the utility will give it away.
Yeah, they all spent so much time there early, but now has gone back over to A to commence in this double setup. Knowing that the time is low and that the commitment has to come shortly. They're hoping it was going to come through main, but it's being scouted out now. Vital's hearing this though, and he can come back to the team. That smoke into camera is actually going to be a bit misleading. Katie has to fall off, doesn't really know the numbers, and Doc. Left. No, this time they can get in, but they have to get past Realize. And the bomb has crossed.
This is really just by the skin of the teeth stuff. Vital turns around and Deos nails him. And now it's all up to Mini. Was essential in the first map, needs to be pivotal in the second. 2 kills already, trying to isolate these fights, but can't get past Deos. JiJieHao leave things until the very last moment again. And it's coming back to bite them because they can't get set up in any of these after-plant positions.
Yeah, Vital's got to be feeling a little bit frustrated as well, right? He got so much information on this A main push from Deos, but then couldn't find the kill, and then he gets caught. He's a little bit worried about himself getting flanked, and then Deos pushes through again and finds him, and as soon as he's removed, there's no pressure on Realize. He can just hold that active line, catch the cross, and the retake can commence. If Vital had been able just to stay alive there, he can come through late and at least support Mini on the side.
It's just taking too long. Way too long on this T side. They're really hoping that they don't rotate. The Twisted Minds gets caught in indecision. This time it's the utility drops a little bit faster, and the control has now been gathered. Davcost might have been spotted over the top of the jail peak, but ISSAA's now got a little bit more room to maneuver by these mid-double doors. Only player in closer contention is Camera, whilst pressure being applied at Dark.
Looking to catch one on the fade, but can't. Deos is ready for it. So easy in CS2 using those smokes like that. And I think with the presence they've got in mid and outside A main, this is definitely going to be a reroute over this side of the map.
think what they're looking to do is just trying to apply pressure through A main to make the AWP turn round, and then ISSAA can walk in.
Too much pressure Katie feels here. Lane's thrown forward before he sees contact either. They're happy to pause off it, but time's ticked so long now that B is no longer feeling under pressure. So a faster rotation can come. Oh, vital though. That is a kill. And realizes the tension is taken, but their support in mid. Deos came through, and ISSAA's plan can't be realized, but realized finds two. And Davkos is now called upon to clutch. 1 versus 3. Here's some coming. Realize on the angle. He has been phenomenal. 3 in this round, and Twisted Mind's CT side continues.
Again, it's another example of just knowing when to go here for JiJieHao. ISSAA has been stationed static in mid for at least 35 seconds at that point. And they're still waiting. They're still burning the clock down even longer. They're giving their opponents more chances to poke and prod on the other side of the map. Maybe take control in towards water. Maybe fight in towards B main. These are all things that could be gathered for essence of control. Instead, that doesn't happen for Twisted Minds, but they still maneuver another player forward. There's just no utility as well. I think that's the crucial part. They go into that bomb site, they have nothing.
This one's going to be straight into B. A bit more speed. The slow default not working. Dead is going to pounce, and there's only 2 defenders. Good flash, but Doc can't find the kill. And the smoke has eliminated Realize's line of sight. Oh my god. The shot's through. Oh, he's doing so much damage. Just spamming the line. And they've given him the opportunity. Bruised and battered. Eliam, the one that has to step up, and he can't find that first kill. And Realize is still here with that AWP. Oh, the tap though. And the follow-up. Elian showing a moment of brilliance and is given a chance. ISSAA tucked behind the pillar. So wounded, but Davkos makes it easier. That's gonna be the 1v1. He knows where he is, and the smoke as well. Giving some space, it's not planted for him, taps the bomb, and he's just looking, hunting for him, and a perfect clutch. Davkos had to accelerate. Knew the bomb wasn't planted for him, and Maddie takes full advantage.
Yeah, well played there for Twisted Minds. The pressure they apply coming through water and temple, it makes it really difficult. Mini just being destroyed through the smoke by Realize, and the amount of damage he was inflicting, it felt the safest place to plant was actually in the spawn of the enemies. And as a result, the afterplant, it can't really take shape properly because of the pressure that the Twisted Minds are applying, pushing so far forward, pushing with that acceleration. They're not giving JiJieHao a moment to set up in these afterplants. Despite Elian's heroics, it just doesn't work out. Another successful retake, they take that pause. Because they just want to continue. They want to build on this momentum. This is what happened on Inferno. They were up really high, and then they crashed out right at the very end.
Yeah, it's the worst possible place to plant, right? Like, I think they could have planted default. I think it is safe from that angle, but even if you're not feeling safe there, you could just plant, like, on the right-hand side, kind of in front of the pillar. Even that would have been a little bit more comfortable for Davkos in the post-plant, because if it's revealed to him, he has a much better position. It's already a great CT side, though. Particularly, it has been the T sides that have been the strengths of these two teams, right? So, you find 6, you're already feeling very good.
Just taking a look at that overtime game in which these two teams met in that Middle East closed qualifier where it went to overtime. It was both teams obtaining 7 rounds on that T side. So the value of one additional one here for Twisted Minds, that's the difference potentially between overtime and a map win.
The Twisted Minds players need to get back into the server. We're back underway.
It's actually quite scary to think about how dominant sort of the early game has really been for Twisted Minds. You think back to Inferno, and it was well worked by JiJieHao. The T side was pretty strong and resolute, but there was a moment in which Twisted Minds could have run away with that game, and we could be looking at a very different result. We could be looking at potential elimination here in this map for JiJieHao. Instead, the shoe is on the other foot, and Twisted Minds, they are dealing well with the pressure so far. Snowballing an early lead on the CT side. They just need to be consistent through this map. Need to take it on a round-by-round basis. Also, just let JiJieHao burn this utility. That's a key win factor that really is going in their favor in a lot of these rounds. JiJieHao are burning a lot of their util, and a big part of that is just because they are taking so long to get to the bomb sites in the first place. But when they get there, they have nothing really to work with whatsoever. It just makes things a world more difficult for them.
Yeah, it feels like JiJieHao's approach has been very much just slow default with a bit more emphasis put in towards middle, where they are spending a lot of that utility. And by the time it kind of gets time to go, there's already the rotations in place. I think their most successful looking round was actually probably the last one, the fast hit on towards B. Or the one before, sorry.
Chicken physics.
Just posing for us. Superman.
Is this one Frank? Maybe.
Fun fact, you can like super speed along the water in Anubis if you crouch and just walk along the edge of the water. You just fly along.
Right.
I'm not sure why.
I don't know. CS2 things.
The dolphin buff in Minecraft.
I think the interesting conversation piece as well is with this timeout being taken, sure, it's a tech pause, you can't talk in it, but you are allowing mentally these players to reset on JiJieHao. If you're Twisted Minds, this is probably the worst moment for that tech pause to come forward. Because you were living high, JiJieHao were running into you. You're surviving all of the different approaches that they were throwing at you, whether it was a pistol round that ends A, B, you don't know. It was still a success story.
Maybe. We don't know.
But now you've got to sit and wait. And it's a shame because this is a real momentum killer.
Yeah, we consider how high stakes this game is. Hey!
There we go. Matty's back.
Yeah, he's raring to go. All working in the server. It's dance time.
It's go time. Mid is still that gap. It is definitely there for the take, and you can see kind of the presumption that Twisted Minds are going to take space over towards A. They're more often than not, it's vital being this player that is kind of at least keeping track of the action. Whether he's involved in these gunfights is another story, but he's kind of keeping a mental tally of all the utility that's been used and whether he can hear a lot of these footsteps, because then that is the gap potentially for ISSAA to walk in. Whether they're playing that direct time in is another issue. Variation the key here for JiJieHao, otherwise they're going to be stamped out quickly, and we find ourselves on a third map.
Optos on over and realize, gotta say, has been phenomenal with this AWP on this map.
Especially when you consider that primarily it's Matty that takes up the bulk of the responsibility. I don't even know, and I don't even think realize was AWPing sort of day one. But let's see, we're back into the action now. Thank you for your patience, everyone at home. Round 9 between Twisted Minds and JiJieHao. It's JiJieHao that need to take advantage of the fact that there has been a pause in play. A change in pace, perhaps, but one that is certainly needed. Or we're not ready yet, because everyone's gone back to spawn.
Debated. Really thought we were getting that one underway. Got really excited. Nope, gonna be a quick reset. Hopefully Hopefully not too long. It's been such an action-packed, exciting
I think that's the
series.
thing, right? It's been one thing after the other. It feels like you've got man advantages that are now being let slip. You've got players that are really taking matters into their own hands when it comes to JiJieHao versus the team effort being provided by Twisted Minds, and it all felt like it came at you at once. And now we approach a standstill, and the pressure and the anticipation is just there. But hopefully, this isn't a false countdown. This is the real thing.
We gotta say, like, shout out as well to the team that's doing all of the setup over in Shanghai, because you know we haven't really had any issues in terms of tech issues.
Touch wood.
You know, well, yeah, I mean, I've probably cursed it now, but you know, it's been all sorted. TeamSpeak apparently, so you know, not even the fault of the setups, all right?
This is different. Nades being trickled in down mid, doing damage towards Matty. JiJieHao not showing personnel, but they are showing pieces of information. Hey, we are kind of in and around this area. Looks like more like a B split, especially with 2 players in water. Utility now being put down towards B main, bomb grouping over. This could be the fastest execute yet.
Yeah, realize he's always in the right place though. After all those A starts, he's been at B every time they've come here. And again, so much damage being done before JiJieHao can even get into the site. That Molotov goes through, smoke as well, so now there's some space. More flames, but Matty's sitting behind it. Hard to see through though, and yeah, that's not a favorable fight. And realize Smoked Off can't get involved just yet. Does still manage to find Mini. And Davkos brought down incredibly low. Postplant's not going to feel great. There's not a lot of places they can extend to. Continuing to be weathered down. Smoke forward. Deus finds the kill. ISSAA tries to step up, but Doc trades him. And now it's Vital that has to do it all. And he can't get it done. A retake from Twisted Minds again, and it never looked like they sweated.
Yeah, JiJieHao just had to stand their ground. And they were being peppered and spammed. It was difficult on the way in. It was also difficult on the way out. Forever, Twisted Minds just continuously applying this pressure all throughout. Not only the execute, but the start of the afterplant. You see that Davkos is scrambling, trying to get out. He has a player that swaps with him in jail. But it just doesn't work out. There's no flashbang to sort of help. And whilst it's a good opening, you're still giving Realize opportunities to pick you apart as you walk through the doorway.
You Realize, great shot as well, and the player crossing towards Glyph. Tough one to hit. He's hitting everything right now. Ooh, if that HE had been a little deeper. Definitely an opportunity for an opener for Elliot. Good try A this time. There's so many bodies here. 2 in towards main. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Oh, ISSAA extends though. Great double kill to open things up. And Matty, no way you're expecting a 3rd player that close to main.
Look at the rotates. There's 2 in mid as well. B completely vacant. Twisted Minds had accounted for it, and now they reset and take the mid control back. This is really good.
So proactive.
You're just getting a lot of information. Because now you just cordon JiJieHao into, well, one could be B main in theory. We're clearing water, not seeing anything. You can still take these fights. Elian is dead in a matter of moments, unless the timing favors him. That's the first, but he might not expect the second.
Just aware of it. Oh, great kill from Elian. And now Realize, despite everything he's done, he's going to be in the wrong place. And as soon as that kill comes through, you're immediately on A. Bomb planted. Is he going to go for this retake? That's the question. He's coming pretty quickly. Just smoking towards camera. Mini's going to be sitting on the other side of it. Both of them are locked on this position. Just going to sit in and wait. Trying to bait something out with his barrel. No, just trying to walk through, and yeah, there was never a chance.
That was an essential round for JiJieHao. And shout out to Elian, who had the awareness just to hold mid not once but twice. Looks back, checks his corner. And Matty, unfortunately, timing didn't favor him. And the element of surprise, a non-issue. Also, really got to commend the flashbangs being thrown down by Mini to allow ISSAA the opportunity to find those 2 entries. And from there, it's just too far gone. They're able to grab one back, JiJieHao, but they need both of these for it to be a competitive half of CS.
Double off as well. Maddie does bring it out. He's going to be over towards A with his. And he's going to be tested early.
This is quick.
Yeah, Mini's coming on through. Maddie has the line, but doesn't hit the shot. Nelly know where he is. Smoke comes forward, and oh, he is getting destroyed. Absolutely blown out of the server.
And the tendencies for Twisted Minds has been to over-rotate. We saw that a lot on Inferno. We're seeing it here again in Anubis. So they drop a bucket load of utility on towards Matty. They dispatch of him, and now they reset. They go in B, and there's only one player here. Realize is about to be caught out.
Yep. Easiest kill to have cost life. Just hoping and praying they didn't come dark. That's exactly where JiJieHao come from. And now you do have to save. You need these weapons into the final round, or you've got a good chance of giving JiJieHao 5. And considering the position that they were in, that'd be a fantastic recovery, and yeah, 2 more go down. Oh, now should be okay. Doesn't look like JiJieHao are going to extend for this hunt.
No, I don't think they need to as well. They know they've already got rid of one, and know Matty was also wielding the AWP. So a bare minimum. Twisted Minds come into this with a single sniper, but the rest of the buy behind it isn't going to be that amazing to really contend with. Good change of pace as well for JiJieHao. We've often thrown a little bit of criticism at them for waiting until 20 seconds to execute into the bomb site. This time, whilst sure it was a misdirection, it was a little bit of a fake towards A. The timing and the pacing of it was instantly out the gate. And Twisted Minds, they just weren't ready for it, and they completely fell for the trap.
Oh, pistols and an MP9. JiJieHao, despite losing 7 rounds in a row, maybe an opportunity for 5. That would be a fantastic recovery. Still a lot of work to do. Good spam early. Just brought down low. That AWP is over on B. And again, it's this aggression. Triple push out from A main. A footstep made. Vital's heard this and he's spotted ahead. First kill is his, and information as well. But this might just force them into this AWP. And Deos's Deagle finds the kill. This is now getting a little bit out of hand. That's rifles recovered.
But this is still okay. Look, you've got space in towards middle. You've heard that flashbang, which means you know they're retreating in towards A main. I like this position being taken by Doc, but they're coming over. Good smoke. That completely excludes the AWP. Deos is just going to walk through? Surely not. Has to rely on his A players.
Yeah, he thought about it, didn't he? Gonna respect the smoke. As a crawls on through. Doc not revealed. And no presence in A main. Elian does catch off Deos. But he's still got 2 players you have to deal with. Now, this information should be known. The Doc's position at pillar is very strong with Elian. Great shot through. And Maddie, a known element. Great Molotov is going to force him into the fight. Realize has a bit of an element of surprise. He comes through main. Davkos jumps around the corner, but Elian stands tall. And JiJieHao will find 5.
Yeah, yet again, it's JiJieHao. They're recovering situations that they put themselves in theory. They knew the only gap there was really in towards middle. And yet they do account for the temple push. Deos running through the smoke with the AWP is not really ideal. He definitely had the position to rotate over back towards spawn. Could have set up with his teammates. If he takes the first contact over at CT in towards camera, then your player over at pillar can swing, and then you still got Matty in the back lines being that unknown element. But it doesn't quite pan out that way. Also, by Elian getting the kill on that fountain player, they don't know the player is incredibly close to A main, so Matty not ready for that molly. All these little pieces, the micro plays, all adding up in favor of JiJieHao. And they've given themselves a very strong foundation to work off of. Sure, 5 is not ideal on the T side of Anubis, but compared to what the scoreline once was, it's a very good recovery.
They win the pistol. Suddenly we're talking again. These are very slow pistols on Anubis. Both these teams really taking their time. Bit of information gathered in towards canals. TYLOO does find that first kill. push from A main finds success, and Davkos, oh, yeah, he's now going to come back on over. Wow, what a peek. P2K getting damage done. They're just continuing to run on forward. And now Mini can step in. A double from him. This pistol's looking locked in. Doc on his way over, but the bomb is in the firm grasp of JiJieHao. Elian, make sure that no one falls on the CT side.
Yeah, that was a really convincing pistol for JiJieHao. They just took every single fight. They pushed out A. They had that sort of skirmish in towards middle that went their way. And then even when kind of Temple gets overwhelmed, they're still fighting forward. Nice shots from Mini. All right, so they bring it to within one. No bomb plant in addition means that the buy is going to be a bit tricky if Twisted Minds want to force in. And they don't.
No, it makes sense. You know, T-side's more favorable anyway. Wait for the AKs, and okay, ISSAA providing a bit of safety net. And now the MP9s can farm up. So actually, pretty decent. MP9 gets upgraded to the FAMAS. You got a lot of SMG kills. Decent against the Glocks.
Yeah, a lot of money made. And now you've got the option immediately. Do you want to put Elian on that sniper? Do you want to get him set up early? Yes, you do. ISSAA drops it over. He has a FAMAS, but you've got the AWP in play.
Elian is already having a better performance on this map, and I expect this CT side to really show his strengths. ISSAA continuing just to be such a dominant force for this team. It's great to see him maintain that form through the closed qualifier and now into the RMRs, but, you know, considering he did take that break from CS for a period, he's come back with real fury.
Yeah, for ISSAA, it's almost like a point to prove. Didn't quite manage the expectations that the OG roster had at the time. Took a pause from competition, as you mentioned, now back into the limelight with a chance to make a deep run and potentially qualify for the first ever CS2 Major. What a storyline that would be for him. And the fact that he is dropping these performances and grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and really leading this team and charging their victory, especially in these elimination games, it's very important. It should give the team a lot of confidence as well.
All right, first gun round, 4 Twisted Minds. But they also want to put a bit of pressure in towards middle. JiJieHao happy to oblige them. Blowing the smoke for Elian to peek through. Doesn't spot anything, so he's going to move about. Good jiggle. 3 players into this A-bomb site, and oh, Elian, yeah, the tapping from Realize just gave him a big target on his head through that smoke.
Great night.
That's beautiful. Fantastic grenade usage. They are not ready at all, and the spam, phenomenal.
That's really cool as well, because he throws it on the left-hand side, so when it blows up, he's not actually exposed to a deep angle. He can completely isolate the kill.
That's so cool.
Now JiJieHao, they're taking A space. Taking a page out of Twisted Mind's strat book. Vital, oh, misses the timing, and Matty calls it over. He's seen him. So KD's going to go back, going to hold the angle. This is the bomb, but he's got the jump.
That was never going to be easy, but they were not ready. I'm not sure why Matty decided to accelerate there.
Okay, Elian posted at CT as well at B. Doc's slowly clearing. Walking his way forward, mid dealt with, and now that means that you've basically lost the round. Elian's been holding this entire time, bomb in no man's land. And JiJieHao continue with a flawless start here on the CT side.
Yeah, Elian opens and closes. Lose one player to that spotted push, but ultimately they just won out all their fights. I mean, this is great. I mean, not so great for Realize, but that kill from Mini is so cool. That nade, as you highlighted it, such a nice piece of utility. I love seeing this innovation with the smokes, only blowing part of it, keeping the cover. Super cool.
And yet again, no bomb plant, so struggles when it comes to managing the money for Twisted Minds. Deos is just dropping a little essence of utility, trying to keep players over at A, but the main force of the attack, it's going to be the B here. There's 3 players currently here for JiJieHao.
Yeah, they got the read. No smoke lands. They're going to deter them. They are going to have to go eventually because this can just keep getting smoked indefinitely. That was a nice shot through. Actually did a lot of damage. That pass though, playing around this pillar. Gets one. ISSAA stepping through, and with Mini by his side, these two are a powerhouse. And they've denied entry. Doc spamming his deagle, but ISSAA runs him down, even upgrading the FAMAS, so well handled.
Got to take a pause here for Twisted Minds, surely. Tactical needs to come out. Because yet again, it's on both maps in which you've dropped the ball, you've allowed JiJieHao back into this game. It's a statement to their resilience, but at the same time, you need to take a pause. You need to speak about what's happening. This is your investment. This is the time that Realize has got the sniper in play. Something's got to change. The cycle needs to break now.
Yes, it's crazy. It was 7 rounds in a row for Twisted Minds on that CT side, but now it's been 7 in a row for JiJieHao. Back the other way.
And just the time into the aggression. We've seen it out A main, now we're seeing it out dark, and it is always double layered. There's always a player to trade.
Oh, ISSAA is so lucky. Realize thought he had a great shot there. JiJieHao was a little wide, but couldn't quite hit that flick. Now, Alien's posted forward. Does have support. Flashbang not going to hit on him, and he knows that Canals is safe. The only threat is if someone drops down. There was a clear through. I think Twisted Minds going to be quite focused on Canals, and that might give Elliot an opening.
This is nice as well. You can hear the run back quite audibly, and that's trying to bait them still into Elian's line of vision. Deos really not anticipating it, and Elian goes back in for seconds. Will drop the smoke, will try and escape. KD trying to beat it, but can't go through. He's got the bomb.
See. He really wanted to commit there, and then he was like, oh, I can't do it. Realize it's working solo with the orphan to mid, by the way, which is actually a really good weapon on the T side if you can lock down this rotation. It's crazy he's been able to find this space, but it's now super powerful that he's here. He's being held if he extends past camera, but he shouldn't need to.
Oh, I like this from Doc. He's blown open the smoke. He's having a look. Vital, overwhelmed. And now Elian's going to be pincered by that AWPer in middle, but he spots him out. Important engagement won by the CT sniper. Elian can't quite translate onto the second, but it's still a 3-on-3.
Didn't fire his first shot, but at least found the critical kill. 2 through camera, 1 heaven. Pushing forward, and KD gives up that first kill. And ISSAA just sprays them down. They line up, and he's more than happy to take them down.
It's a good play as well for JiJieHao, just when it comes to the macro of the map control. Where you take in towards water, you've dropped that smoke deep stairs, you've been quite vocal about where you are, and then you completely retreat. Twisted Minds are then got to be careful about all of these different angles. That means you can just set up and burrow a little bit deeper in towards the bomb site. Really nice as well from the players on A, just to kind of bait audibly for Elian. Doc was not ready, and piece by piece, Twisted Minds just fall apart. There is that pause.
That's crazy that the pause is only coming in now after you've lost 8 rounds in a row. 7-2 the scoreline at one stage.
They got to be discussing here the idea that mid was open for so long. The fact that Realize is able to gather all of that control under pressure, no utility, hard scoping, and just walking with the AWP. Basically sightseeing down the middle of the map. And you've seen the tendencies for JiJieHao as well. Look, they've got aggressive in towards dark. They've gone out towards A main. They're attacking the exteriors, which means that the guts of the map is a little bit more liable.
Spread out at the moment. Elian starting elsewhere towards B main. Nice little angle as well. Can catch the deep cross where T's normally think they're safe till they get to the box. Doc's playing quite passive.
Fun resmokes as well, being thrown
Yeah.
from the B players to make sure the A guys are still got all their util. There's that mid push. It's being held, accounted for by Mini, just holding a pixel in case Twisted Minds want to push further. A very passive round up the defense this time around.
It's a tough spot for Mini, though. Should be good for one, but the multi-kill potential is low. Stuck in that corner. Twisted Minds are begging for something. Not finding it. Might just find staff cost. Ooh, he was jiggling for so long. Now they start to move forward, and the CT is none the wiser just yet. Okay, that's a head spotted. Mini gets that first kill, but can't find the second. It is the bomb spotted, though. Information gathered. And now you realize this is going to be a B split, and still looks like it will be. Bomb is actually on its way to A. It's a double push out. It's going to get lost. And with it, the round. They thought there was space. But there's none.
That's them just completely getting lost in the sauce for Twisted Minds. It felt like they got that space, they had it in towards middle, and it completely gets taken away from them. And the players over at A main were so deep the entire time, they never revealed themselves. You could even see just before the players of Twisted Minds reconvene in towards Dark, in towards B main, ready to split. They did jiggle, they did look for a deep A main player, and there was no one there.
Beautiful timing from JiJieHao on the push. Twisted Minds opted with their full loss bonus to just invest into this. That means 2 AKs with no utility and no head armor. Also a bigger deal, I guess, when you've got 3 AKs and an AWP on the other side. Almost got the full house.
So it's very difficult. And again, it kind of comes back to what we were seeing out of JiJieHao on their T side. It felt like they could never really go anywhere until the last moment, until they started to take some of those risks. Yet again, trying to press on towards the middle of the map, and it's going to work perfectly as ISSAA's throwing a flashbang out B main. This is where they start to walk and creep.
ISSAA gonna come back on over. Sentry dropped and the pressure is on. Elian, though, finds that first kill. And a smoke dropped in the side just to split them up. Oh, their utility is fantastic. ISSAA's HE through the smoke. Vital hope to get a little bit more room with that. ISSAA's rotation could not be better. Realize gets one back. And maybe there's space in towards Dark, but Katie's being loud. And Davkos never revealed himself. All too easy as JiJieHao find map and serious point.
That's really well played from JiJieHao. The fact that they dropped the smoke on the middle of the A bomb site is just a little bit of a distraction to set up these mid players. Both ISSAA and Mini are in towards Temple. They throw nades in towards Camera. It just means that Elian can just remain rooted in this position towards A main. They can never get split on. There's quick rotates available. And this entire time, they're always accounting for the potential of a rotate back towards that B bomb site. Twisted Minds completely caught out.
Five opportunities now for JiJieHao. They're just taking fights in towards B main. They have to. No utility once again. Okay, that's maybe an opportunity. Elian misses his mark. Actually goes back in, but Deus is dropped on out. They're not finding any openings. Even the flashbang to be set up for the push doesn't quite hit its mark. JiJieHao always seem to have their pieces in the right place.
Still this space. This time it's ISSAA behind this box in mid, but he moves over towards Camera just as these players move in towards A main. How far do you go around the corner? How far are you ready? Vital's prepared. Matty's dealt with. Davkos doesn't get traded by Realize at the other end of the map, and that means the only space now is middle. Time's running out, and the walls are closing in.
Sinking feeling swells in the pit of the stomachs of Twisted Minds. They are stalking Katie. 3 versus 5 to keep their major dreams alive. And there are 3 players over here. Now, Katie has found a nice gap here. And Deos finds that kill. The MAC-10 finds success. And Vital can't convert. Somehow, they've managed to find their way into B, where 3 players lay in wait. And they get the bomb down. Not only that, but it's left to ISSAA. A 1v3 to clutch on through. He's realizing this ain't it. Twisted Minds finally breaking through on this T side.
Really well done there for Twisted Minds as well. The fact that they delayed this CT push into the bomb site until this temple contact has been taken. Because then they spin around and they're not ready for the player that is immediately on the close right. And from there, they can just swing together and deal with the final players on that bomb site. They've left it really late, but there is still life and a slim heartbeat within this Twisted Minds camp. 8 rounds, 4 needed, no mistakes available. And as soon as they finally lose a round, JiJieHao call that pause.
I'm surprised we never saw any on that 7-round streak where they were struggling to find anything on the T side, but saving them now for the most important moments. Winner of this series going on for fight Grayhound later today, so it doesn't get any easier.
The thing is as well, it also just doesn't get any easier for this T side because there's so much money that's been built up. Residual cash has been overflowing into the bank balances of all of these players. Every round is going to be a gun round from here on out, it feels like. It's just how they juggle the economy of the AWP. I'm just looking at some of the numbers now. There's 9,000 on ISSAA, 10,000 basically on Davcost.
ISSAA with the 2.0 KD. Beyond that even.
Davcost actually invested quite a lot of money here to make sure everyone is kind of healthy. And we've realized finding that opening kill, that was a story as old as time when it goes back to Inferno. Elian dropping early.
Maybe that one round has given him the confidence. Maybe a little bit too much. ISSAA is going to catch KDs as he pushes through that smoke. Lining things back up immediately.
If you're Twisted Minds here, you just really hope that JiJieHao think that they can just close the game and they overextend and they make these small little mistakes that can snowball out of control. I like this move a lot. You're just grouping together, you're showing space out towards mid, out towards B, but ultimately you're going to hit a bomb site and you're going to do it with force.
Vital on the left side of heaven. There's going to be a flank coming through, but he's really the only one anywhere nearby. Oh, but that spot is perfect, but he can't find the kill. And he's burnt out. ISSAA does arrive to finish the job, and this has cost time. And Mini takes full advantage. Matty, the only one remaining, gets 1 kill. It's doable. Has time to work with, and he can go back to B if he wishes to. Moment just clearing on out. He's going to commit. And they haven't budged. The AWP on the line. Davcost has him locked in, but baits out the shot. And now this time, an opportunity, a smoke deployed, and Matty has something to work with. Knows where the AWP is. This is positioned, surely. A known quantity, but ISSAA has been lights out. And he'll put the lights out of Twisted Minds as they go down 2-0 to JiJieHao.
Yeah, really well played there by JiJieHao. They set themselves up for success and they set themselves up with a dogfight a little bit later on with Grayhound as the scrap for the lower battle and the lower bracket continues. But commiserations to Twisted Minds, honestly, because look, sure, they fall out at the earliest opportunity, but they showed some really good Counter-Strike. Look competitive against Lynn Vision. Looked like they could do the damage, not only on